Broadcasting from the KLOS Subaru live stage, it's Jonesy's Jukebox on 95.5 KLOS.
You're listening to Jonesy's Jukebox on KLOS. How are you? Thanks for coming by, you lovely people. We're here with Dexter and Noodles of Offspring.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi, great, thanks.
Good, man. Glad to be here.
Yeah, where do you guys live? You live down south?
Yeah, Orange County.
You-
Huntington Beach right now.
You've always been down there?
We were born and raised in Orange County, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was born in L.A., but raised in Orange County.
Yeah. What do you like about it down there? What made you still live there?
I guess it's home.
You surfers?
You know? Yeah, I surf. So I love that.
Do you surf?
I paddle.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love being out in the ocean and everything. Definitely not a great surfer, but Orange County I guess it just feels like home.
Yeah. What city? Huntington Beach, you said?
Huntington Beach. We grew up in Garden Grove. Garden Grove in the house? Anybody?
Yeah, come on, let's hear it for Garden Grove.
Is that famous for something, Garden Grove? I've heard it. I've heard it in commercials.
Yeah, not really.
Huntington Grove.
Yeah, we have locations in Orange and Garden Grove. Yeah, right?
It's
Sublime wrote a song about Garden Grove.
That's right.
Yeah, which is pretty messed up and tells you everything you need to know about Garden Grove, I think.
Yeah. Garden Grove.
We used to, the kids in Seal Beach, we used to live right next to Seal Beach, and they would call it Garbage Grove, right? And we called Seal Beach Squeal Beach, but it's the same burn, right? Squeal Beach is Garbage Grove.
Yeah.
Rivalry.
Yeah.
That's right.
You can't win.
No.
So you still live there, and you're still playing. Do you still enjoy playing?
Love it.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
You don't get fed up with it?
Well, I mean, there are things.
Never.
Okay, sorry. Never.
I just say that because I get fed up with playing, being in a band. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. It's
You're
just
on stage and you're wondering, what am I going to get for room service later?
Well, that's it. That's when it should be over.
Yeah.
Right?
I've had moments like that, but that's very rare. Very rare. Yeah. Usually, we get great audiences and we feed off that. So usually it's pretty fun. Every once in a while you have a rough night for sure.
Yeah.
We have great shows.
Yeah.
I mean, when you say fed up, I think being on the road for a long time, those are the part of it that can be tough, right? When you're traveling all the time, you're not sleeping right, and you're in a different time zone all the time.
Do you pace it more the older you get? Because when you're younger, you'll just get in a van and tour for 20 years without a break.
Forever.
But when you get older, it seems like a lot of bands who I speak to, they do 4 nights a week and have a couple of weeks off. They do like a couple of months, have a little breather.
Kind of like country western guys. They go out and do like Thursday through Sunday, and then they're home, or even Friday through Sunday, and then they're home.
Well, that's the
rest
way
of the
I
week.
would do it. It's just have your own tour bus, like what's his name? He just died recently. Merle Haggard.
Okay.
He has his own bus. He just goes and plays, and then goes and plays. I don't think he flies a lot.
Oh. We're trying to figure out holograms, and then we can just stay in one spot.
Wouldn't that be great?
Right.
Wouldn't that be great? Or even, filming you somewhere. You're in one place.
Yeah.
And they're filming you. And they put it into a
The
show.
virtual Offspring experience.
Yeah.
I can see he's really thinking about it.
Yeah.
The gears are turning there. Like, how do I make that work?
For me, however you can make it easy. I guess you can't, you have to actually show up to shows.
Yeah.
And play
For sure.
if people want to see you.
You need the people there. I mean, you feed off the people. It's kind of like what we're doing here today with all these people. It gives an energy that you're not going to get any other way.
Yeah.
And it's always different. Every show's different. Every place is different. And, you look out and one night you're in Slovakia in a club and it's 120 degrees. And
Sounds like a nightmare.
Well, there's an excitement to it, though, actually. I still get a kick out of it. That's what got us into punk rock in the first place.
Yeah.
We went to all these shows, and they were sweaty and, hot and stinky. And
you don't want to do it every night, but it's fun
Slovakia?
from time to time. Well, no, Slovakia is great, actually. That was really,
I just remember See, I forgot. I'm so relaxed. I forgot we were live. You know, bits of building blown off by big, you know, missiles and whatnot.
Right.
Right.
Well,
no, like we didn't play like Bosnia or anything like that. But
Well, ain't Slovakia similar?
well,
yeah, but we were there later. I mean, we played Slovakia for the first time probably 7-8 years ago.
a little late. Yeah,
This is
maybe.
great.
You know?
This is a good conversation.
yeah, the truce was signed when we went there.
In 2008, you asked me before we started. You said you saw us, the Sex Pistols play at Roxy, and I said, yeah, that we was just about to do a 30-show festival in Europe, and hotels, and I just wanted to hang myself.
Yeah.
It was so depressing. Them places.
We had a great show there. I don't know. It was a festival. Everyone was having a good time.
Yeah.
It was kind of out in the woods when we played there. It wasn't. So we weren't in the city. You know. It was like seriously. I mean, you could still see like Bear Pine where they had just put together like the bandstand and stuff. You know, and they built the stage and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I know what he's saying about how you go to countries that are not doing so great, and you definitely notice that, and it can be kind of depressing for sure.
Yeah.
But what always gets us is that when we go to the shows, the crowd is so
They're
happy,
up for it.
you know.
The crowd's always up for it.
You're talking about Russia, which can be kind of a. It is interesting when you see the people walking around. They do look like they're not very happy. Like maybe it's just culturally not.
Did
a lot
you
of
play
smiling.
Russia?
Yeah, we went there a few years ago and did a whole tour.
Not a tour, not a festival.
9 city tour. Just
9
our own
cities. I
shows.
thought there was
Yeah,
only
yeah,
2
yeah.
cities in Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to what was the weirdest?
What were the other
Krasnoyarsk.
Krasnoyarsk, yeah.
Krasnoyarsk?
Places that I'd never heard of. We got
Yeah.
way out into Siberia.
Yeah.
But the smiles, that's what you notice most during the shows.
Yeah, because you know here in the West you have guys coming to shows and they're and they're not smiling, they're getting
Being
in the pit
tough,
and slamming
being
around.
cool.
But in Russia, that's like how they are throughout their day, just head down, I'm gonna get mine, and everyone better get out of my way.
Yeah.
And then they came to the show, and even the burliest dudes were just ear to ear grins, just smiling.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. You don't see that a lot.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, we're really making a difference in these people's lives just for this whatever hour and 20 minutes that we're playing for them. They came out to have a good time.
They are tough as nails, Russians.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a hard place to live it over the centuries. It's always been a hard place.
Yeah.
We played there on that time twice in the 2 cities that everyone knows, St. Petersburg and Moscow. And it was bizarre, man. Don't go out at night. You're going to get mugged and all this. And it was, I don't know. I couldn't wait to leave, put it that way.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we sound overly optimistic then, I guess. But no, I really.
What you did sounds
you
good.
you were sober at that time, though. See, we were still drinking when we were in Russia, so
Yeah.
So
Maybe.
It makes it bearable if you're knocking them back, yeah. When you're not, you're just sitting in a
well, and when in
bombed
Rome,
out hotel room like this, waiting for the next.
Thinking about room service on stage, right?
Oh, man. But no, like you said, like the last time the Sex Pistols played, I was literally doing that. The minute we went on stage, I'm
Really?
like, oh, another hour and a half. Oh, jeez. I just know it's just no fun for me anymore. I still like playing, but that situation, just playing.
I follow
never
you on
mind.
Instagram. You'll pick up a guitar and have fun playing almost anything, like all different kinds of songs.
Yeah.
So.
See, that's what I like.
Yeah.
Can't I make a living just on Instagram?
People do that now, right? Don't they?
It's so great. You're
Yeah.
just in your room. You got iPhone. There's no one else telling you.
Steve Jones and Kim K making a living on Instagram these days, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all about the stupid likes, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to get arse implants soon. Get a lot more followers. What do you think about that?
That's how you do it. ass implants in general.
Yeah, sometimes.
I got so bummed out when I started to realize that that's what that was. That those aren't real. You know.
You can tell the real ones.
Yeah.
I can anyway.
How can you tell the real ones?
I don't know, man. But the new thing is, it's not so much implants now because they weren't as good. It's injections. They get the ladies get injections now.
Right.
But you can see them when they move. Everything. There's no jiggle. It's just hard.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It's unnatural.
Right.
I like the natural.
Right.
For sure.
You know. And what I've always said is like when you sit down, don't it hurt and move around?
That's what I would think, especially the implants, right?
They
Well, I've
burst.
seen them when they go
Oh,
sideways and all of a
that's
sudden
that's
you look
disgusting.
like you have Lego butt, you know.
That is
Yeah.
disgusting. That'll put you off sex forever. That one.
Yeah.
Anyway, where was we? The concert.
Yeah, we're doing a festival at Doheny State Beach in Dana Point on April 7th. It's a beer and music and taco festival.
Yeah. Sabroso.
It's called the Sabroso Fest.
Yeah. We were going to just do a concert, and we thought, well, how can we make this better? And we thought if we added tacos and beer to the punk rock.
And last year, they sold out of beer before we even went on. They had to go out and get like 80 other kegs or something to.
That's right. They're out getting
get more
kegs.
Beer. And we're playing with Pennywise this time. The Vandals, Me First, Then Gimme Gimmes, Unwritten Law, Los Kung Fu Monkeys.
Naked Walrus.
Naked Walrus. I don't know anything about them yet.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
They're great.
I think they kind of got added on late.
They're great.
So.
They're great. Good drummer.
They're great.
Good drummer. Los Kung Fu Monkeys are pretty cool. They reside in both Mexico and Canada. So they have us surrounded. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. They won't
Literally.
let nothing get in their way.
Should we play some music? Is it that time?
We're going to have questions.
Okay.
We're going to have questions from the audience coming up next.
Dexter and Noodles of Offspring in the house. We're going to play some music and back with some more fun and games. Thank you. You're listening to Jonesy's Jukebox on KLOS. Thanks for coming, you lovely people. We're here with Dexter and Noodles of Offspring. How are you?
great. Thank you.
You took your shades off. Should I take mine off?
I don't know. No, you look good both ways.
Yeah? Look at this thing. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to slowly strip.
The Breathe Right.
I'll start with this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better.
Auction that off.
So, Stephen Hawkins
That's right.
dropped dead
The
yesterday.
great, yes.
And I found it, I was really touched by that. I don't know, because I think he was a good humanitarian. Now, was he a physicist like yourself?
Well, no, I'm not a physicist, but
You're something.
well, I went to school for biology, but
Biology, that's it.
I don't know. Is he a physicist or is that more like a cosmologist or something? It's deeper.
Yeah, it's bigger, isn't it, with him?
Yeah.
What is he? What was he?
Was it astrophysicist?
Yeah.
A quantum numbers and all that?
Yeah.
He was a great guy, I know that.
Yeah. I know that from his episode of The Simpsons. Right? Everyone saw his episode of The Simpsons. It was great.
What do they call him on The Simpsons?
Well, he was Stephen Hawking. He was-
Okay,
yeah,
sure,
He
yeah.
played himself in The Simpsons.
Right.
And then there was a movie about him, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
Didn't it win something last year in the
Yeah, who's Eddie
Oscars?
Redmayne played him, right? It's the same guy from
It was
the,
good.
the
It was a
Harry
good movie.
Potter, the newer Harry Potter movies.
It was a good movie. Anyway, we're going to ask some of the audience if they got any questions for Offspring.
This is Celine.
Celine, how are you, love?
Otherwise known
Absolutely.
as Moon Harvest.
That's right. Just don't use the two names together. So my question is for Dexter. Since earning the prestigious title of Doctor of Molecular Biology last year, what are your thoughts about continuing with your research in addition to all the other things you do, like flying and Gringo Bandito and The Offspring?
Oh, right. Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
That question. I graduated last year. I got a PhD in molecular biology, which is kind of like genetics, DNA kind of stuff. And my focus was HIV So the thesis is one thing that you do. It's a big, giant term paper. But eventually you could make actual research papers out of it. That's what I hope to do in my spare time. And in my free time, I fight HIV and AIDS, but usually I'm just in the band. So,
But most importantly, he made the rest of the band now call him Dr. Dexter.
That's Dr. Dexter to
That's
you.
how we have
yes.
to address him
Yes.
at this point.
Dr. Dexter.
Dr. Dexter.
Now, is this like, do you have to do a lot of looking in things? You know, the white coats and the thing.
There's a bit of that, yeah. A lot of it's just done on computers now.
And you're looking at germs and stuff?
Yeah.
Or
It's viruses, really.
Viruses.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, where's it standing with AIDS then? Is it getting less? Are they finding more of a cure? I mean, you know, you can live now, right, with HIV.
You can live with it, yeah, which is great. Well, but the problem is you can live with it as long as you have the right medication, which
Costs money.
which costs money, and they don't have in the third world countries. So in places like sub-Saharan Africa and stuff, it's still a real problem, and literally 1 million people a year die from AIDS, which is terrible, and that's where we should be focusing.
Is that the main place where there's still a big issue is Africa?
Southeast Asia as well, and it's relatively more contained here in the U.S., which is great, but you know, you don't want a disease that you can live with. You want to figure out a way to try to cure it.
Yeah, yeah. How long do you think that'll be? Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? It's a ways to go.
Are
So
you,
if-
are you
if you-
confident they'll do it, though? That they will,
You know,
with
I'm
a
not sure. I
cure?
mean, HIV/AIDS is caused by the virus HIV,
Right.
and you know, you still can't cure the common cold, which is a virus. So,
Right,
so
like a
viral
flu.
diseases are very difficult to cure.
They got rid of figure out a way to get rid of Hep C. I actually did that medication to get rid of the Hep C.
Did it work?
I think so. I mean,
Congratulations,
I did
that's awesome.
I did the meds for like 12 weeks, and then a year after that, it was still not shown, and they're like, "Oh, you're good then." So I should just go again just to get a blood test. Like it's been 2 years now.
Yeah, you
But-
should. But it sounds like you might be.
I don't feel any different. I thought like I was going to get more energy and stuff. It's actually the opposite. I'm always bloody just sick.
Right. Well, a lot of people have viruses, and it kind of just lives within you, and it doesn't necessarily cause symptoms, but it can flare up. So
That's what I was worried about, that it was going to come and, you know, it can just creep up on you, right? Even if you're healthy, you don't drink and smoke and that, it can still, the Hep C can just attack you, right, for no reason.
for sure, that's a bad one.
Yeah. Well, at least there's a cure for that. What about a cure for herpes?
That's what I'm working on.
You working on that one?
Pass that one off to me.
You work on that one.
Not that I have it or anything. I'm just like inquiring for people who have it.
Yeah.
Right. That's a tough one too. I don't know. I didn't.
HPV and herpes is my area of study. Yeah.
So what is it? What is a virus? Like how? Let's say herpes, right? It's a virus. Where is it hiding? In your liver? In your blood? Where is it in your body when it ain't active?
Yeah, I mean, it could be anywhere, but I don't think you really want me to go into it. I mean, it's
I do.
it put you all to sleep and stuff. But
Well, we already tackled butt implants, so come on. Where do the viruses hide?
that's right. That's right. They're bad little things that we're working on.
So a
Put it that way.
virus is worse than bacterias.
Well,
Did that make any sense? I don't know. I'm just trying to make out I know what I'm talking about.
they're both little microscopic things that make you sick, right? Bacteria, a lot of them we can fight with antibiotics, which makes it more treatable, but there's still some gnarly bacteria that we can't get to. And you're hearing more and more about those the bacteria that are resistant in hospitals and stuff and that could be a big problem.
They
So
change, right? Stuff changes. Viruses
it
change.
mutates, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So two things that can be bad in different ways. I don't know. Can you think of an analogy for?
Two things that could be bad in different ways.
I don't know, like anti-superheroes or something like that. You know,
Right.
one is
Okay, well,
I
let's
put
say,
you on the spot,
Let's
didn't
say herpes is Aquaman.
okay.
All right. Okay.
I thought he was
and
good.
Then, and then AIDS is Magneto.
Okay.
I think, right?
Does that clear it up at all?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Like if you've got a virus, a lot of people just go and have antibiotics, which is a waste of time, right? Because antibiotics ain't for a virus.
For a virus, no, it won't work.
It's waste of time. A lot of people don't quite realize that.
Right. They have a leftover Z-Pack or whatever, and they get the flu, and they start taking antibiotics.
Yeah.
Not helping.
See, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm a bleeding physicist.
We have another question from the audience.
We got another
think
question.
they're trying to
from
move
the
on.
audience. As long as it ain't about herpes or.
We put everybody to sleep.
This is Isaac from East LA.
Hey, Isaac. how's
Hello,
it going?
guys. Well, I'm a cook, and I thought this was a pretty easy question to ask. What is your favorite type of food? For both of
Oh,
you.
wow. Well, just day-to-day Mexican food for sure. I mean,
For
growing
sure.
up in Southern California, we love Mexican food. I spent a week in New Mexico and eating, it's a little different there, but like the red sauces and the green chili sauces, everything comes with it. It's just amazing. So.
Maybe it's because we grew up here that we like Mexican food so much. Like, do you like shepherd's pie or something? I mean, is there?
Don't stop it. My favourite food is a food called pie and mash, and it's a London thing. Like people don't know it up north of England.
All right.
It's a meat pie with mincemeat in it, liquor, which is it's like a green gravy which is made out of potato water and parsley sauce and mashed potato.
All right.
And that's all they sell. And jellied eels.
Okay.
Eels.
Yeah.
And that's all they say. And it was around like in the early 40s, like when the war was going on, and there was these places everywhere, and they're slowly dying off. But I've been kind of vegging for a while. But I think if I was in England, I would just be lured to a pie and mash shop. It drives me insane. I've actually had it shipped out here on FedEx.
That's what he's thinking about on stage when he's thinking about what he's going to have.
Well, actually, you know what? It was because I knew I was going back to England. Yeah. It's closed Monday, but I'll get in there Tuesday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pie and mash, it's called. It's not
Pie and
cottage
mash.
pie.
But just
pie and mash.
But only in London
Pie and
you
mash.
can get it,
Yeah.
right?
Pie and mash shops.
Is that like mushy peas? It's not the same
No,
thing, right?
no. That's a northern thing. Mushy peas.
I see.
What did you think of the food when you've been to England? You can be honest.
It was pretty bad.
It's not the best food.
It's not the best food for you.
But you have some great stuff. Like, I have had some pies, that are great. But the fish and chips with the mushy peas.
Didn't you,
just in the
when you
pub,
had
that's
school
great.
dinners, what was in America, in California, what was school dinners consist of? Was it decent?
No, it was terrible.
Well, what was it? Like milk? Milk
Well, it was always
the big
milk.
one.
Yeah, always milk. And sometimes it was like potatoes and gravy. Well, I was a
Yeah.
janitor too. I was a janitor for the Garden Grove School District, and
He
so I
was.
saw these lunches being made and watching these kids throw them in the trash.
He cleaned up after the
every
kids.
day,
Even
cleaned
when
up
the
after the
band
kids.
started going, he was still, he wanted to keep his job for the job
Kept
security.
it on the rider.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like mashed potatoes and gravy. I think the best was the pizza, and it was just horrible pizza. But that was like the best thing. Corn dogs were pretty good. It's kind of hard to screw up a corn dog.
Not healthy food
right.
looking back, though.
No.
For a kid.
Ketchup was still a food group back then, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to, in England, like calves used to water down the ketchup to save a
Alright.
couple of bucks.
Right.
That was like a common thing to water stuff down.
Right.
And the worst food. We used to, you get a choice, either get a shilling to get my own dinner or just get school dinners. And I'd always get the fish and chip shop, but I didn't get fish. I just got a loaf of bread. You tear off the top, you take all the bread out of the inside, and you put chips in the middle, French fries in it, and pour a ton of vinegar, and you just eat it.
All right.
All your food groups.
Like a French fry sandwich. All right.
All your
Right.
food
You make
groups.
do, yeah.
Yeah.
And you pay for it later.
Yeah. More ways than one, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm still paying. We're going to play some music. We're here with Offspring. When we come back, some more chit-chat. Thank you. How are you? Here we are. We're back here with Dexter and Noodles of Offspring. When's that gig?
It's April 7th.
Yeah.
At Doheny State Beach in Dana Point.
All right. Thank you there, Noodles.
Yeah, anyone listening, we're doing a few of them also outside of town. Like the next day is Sacramento. We're doing them in Albuquerque, Denver. Real similar shows. Not all the same lineups, but Pennywise is on board all of them.
Yeah.
So you can check out the Sabroso website.
Yeah. I got to ask you something. What's it like to fly a plane?
Oh, it's great.
What made you do that?
I don't know. I always wanted to do it, but I couldn't afford it. So.
Do you know Bruce Dickinson?
Yeah.
Have you crossed each other in the sky?
We had a dogfight once. No, he's a great guy. We talked at a festival a couple years ago, and he's super into it.
He flies the mass like a commercial. Can you fly them ones, the commercial ones?
I could, but I don't want to. I like the private ones.
So that's your favorite plane is like a G4 6 or something, or a prop plane?
No, like a little jet.
A prop planes are kind of scary, right?
Well,
they crash a lot.
No, they don't crash like that.
They don't?
Not so much anymore.
They used to call them dentist coffins.
Okay.
Because a lot of dentists used to get them and fly them on the weekends and crash.
I've heard Dr. Killer before. I'd never heard Dennis Coffins.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
So did you learn on a prop plane?
Oh, yeah. I still have one. I fly it a lot, yeah.
And you don't get scared up there?
I don't, no. I mean, I guess the scariest thing to people is that there's only one engine. So if it quits, then you have to find somewhere to land quickly. Right?
And do you go up solo, or do you always take someone with you?
No, solo all the time, yeah.
So what would you do if you had a heart attack?
If you had a heart attack, I'd crash,
Screwed.
I suppose, right? Yeah.
I know I sound very negative today. No. But I'm not really. On the inside, I'm happy. It's just on the outside, it seems like just everything's doom and gloom, but I'm not.
You see, now you got me worried because I fly with him quite a bit. What am I going to do if he has a heart attack?
That's right.
I don't know how to fly
You
the
gotta
plane.
take some lessons,
He
yeah.
doesn't care anymore. He had a heart attack. He's moved on.
Yeah, right.
What am I going to do?
So what is your favourite plane then? You're perfect. Like cars, people say, "Oh, I'd like to get a blah blah car." What's like your favourite?
I like a little jet called the Citation. It's a great plane. I mean, as far as you talk about sports cars, I mean, I've flown like fighter jets, which are a lot of fun.
New
in
ones?
a different way. No, old ones.
Old like Second
Yeah.
World War.
More like the Vietnam era jets and stuff. That's really cool.
So how do you get to fly one of them? And there places where you can literally rent and go up for a couple of hours and that's it.
Yeah. You can buy them. They take the guns off, but you can actually.
Yeah. I love the sound of them old planes.
Yeah.
Second World War planes.
Yeah.
The World War II. I've never been in one of those, but like a British Spitfire or the
Hurricane.
or a Mustang, the
Or
American Mustang.
what were the German ones? Stuka?
Messerschmitt.
Messerschmitt.
Yeah.
The Stuka was the one that went like down
The
and
dive
dropped the
bombers,
bombs and sounded horrendous and everyone was terrified.
Right.
You never... Oh, man, I'd like to fly. Even though I hate flying, I would love to... I mean, there's so many knobs. How'd you get around it?
Yeah. I practice a little bit.
Oh, man, that's crazy. I mean, I've charmed myself up the front of a plane, and you see 10 billion knobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems overwhelming for sure.
What do you do? If
He'll
you
let us
memorize all that?
Yeah, he'll let us sit with him up front sometimes, and he's pretty good about explaining to us what all the things do. But really, a lot of it's just redundant. You only need them if something goes wrong.
Right.
But you have to know what that is in case something goes wrong.
Have
right?
to know, yeah.
So that's the scary thing.
Because a lot of it's automated now, right? Planes.
For sure, yeah.
You press the buttons and it takes off and lands where you put the place, destination, and it kind of does it all itself, right?
There's a lot of monitoring. You don't have to hand fly as much, but like if I have Noodles on board and he's asking about a button, I'll point at just one particular button that doesn't mean anything,
And
I'll say, whatever you do, Noodles,
Don't touch them.
whatever, please, to God, don't touch that button, right?
And of course, I have to touch it at that point, to
Fixate
see
on
what
it,
it
right?
does.
You know?
Yeah.
Have you ever flown over the Bermuda Triangle? Obviously not.
I did actually,
You wouldn't be here.
just for fun, right? It's just like something.
See if it's what everyone's saying about.
100 things to do before you die, right? We were in Florida, and I was talking to a guy that I used to fly with a lot. He flies with us on tour. We always bring someone to fly on tour because I don't want to be the guy in charge of flying and playing the show. So I said, dude, I want to go over the Bermuda Triangle. Let's just check it out.
And what was he like? Oh, I don't know. Or he's like, okay.
He was like, okay.
So is that a myth, that whole thing, that you disappear?
Yeah, I was hoping like the gauges would start spinning and stuff, but nothing really happened. We just flew 100 miles out over the ocean and
At night or in the daytime?
we kind of looked at each other and said, all right, I guess we'll turn around now.
Who was the pilot? Who was the pilot you were with?
Brian Morse.
Okay, Brian.
Yeah.
What did you think of the Kennedy guy that smashed his plane up?
What a shame.
Now, what he thought he was going straight, right, but he was actually going down?
Yeah.
Have you ever been in them situations?
He was not an experienced pilot.
Yeah.
And he was flying basically on instruments, and that kind of means when you're in the clouds, you have to go off of just your instruments. You can't see the ground. But what you don't realize is if you go over the ocean at night, it's pitch black, and it's the same thing.
There's nothing to gauge on any lights or anything.
I think it just caught him off guard because he hadn't.
Man, that must have been a bummer.
Yeah.
I'm in a good mood, really, honestly.
We have some tickets to give away here.
Got some tickets.
Yeah, we're almost done.
And you got a box.
Yeah, we have a little drawing. So the second annual Sabrosa Craft Beer and Taco Festival is happening April 7th at Dana Point and Doheny Beach, and it's almost sold out. So there's a few tickets left you can grab, but we have a pair of VIP tickets to give away to somebody in our audience here today.
Who's going to pick them? Do you want to pick them? Is this conversation interesting? I love just talking, man. I don't want to. Yeah, okay. So how are we going to do this? You want to pick the winner?
I think Noodle should. Yeah.
All right.
Give it a good shake. You can read it out
Just
if you
one?
like.
Just one? Okay, and the winner is, no way, it's Mike Gustafson. Ah, funny. I
There you
didn't
go,
mean to
buddy.
pick
All
that kid,
right.
but I know that guy.
We know that guy, I think.
We know that guy.
Do you know Mike?
Yeah, from Twitter, actually.
Ah,
He's a frequent visitor to our shows.
all
He's
right
been
then.
following us since I think he was about 12 or something like that. Yeah.
Let's have a look here, man. So what should we do, Shovel?
Yeah, we're getting ready to wrap it up, so we just want to thank everybody for coming to the KLOS
wow, look
Subaru
at that.
live stage. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thanks for showing up.
And also,
Appreciate it.
thanks to our friends at Chronic Tacos for the tasty grub. Wasn't it good? Yeah. And also Wiretap Brewing for the great beers here at noon. And Hint Water for keeping us hydrated. And thank you to Dexter and Noodles for playing our KLOS Sabroso Festival April 7th at Doheny Beach.
One last question. Did you make the hot sauce? Or
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
did you-
Gringo Bandito. That's our hot sauce.
Did you actually make it at first, or did you have help?
I had some help. And
Was you looking through your thing?
Yeah, in the microscope. Yeah. Had to keep the petri dishes separate from the.
How do you sell hot sauce when there's like 50,000 other companies that selling hot sauce? How do you stick above the rest?
People love hot sauce, so they're willing to try lots of different brands. So it wasn't so hard. Actually.
Is that you on the front?
Yeah, that's supposed to be me.
Yeah.
That's the super hot. That's really good. It's not just hot. It's actually got some pretty good flavor to it.
And let's have a look what's in it.
Lots of spicy peppers.
Water, distilled vinegar, scorpions, chili pepper,
Scorpion pepper, not actual
Chocoloca.
scorpions.
chili pepper, onions. I know what that is. Onions, garlic, salt, spices, and anthrax gum.
Xanthan gum, not anthrax.
Anthrax gum.
I was seeing if anyone would have called that.
Anthrax came up with their own gum. I didn't know.
I know.
that. Yeah.
And chewing gum.
Yeah.
We're going to play some more music. I want to thank everyone for coming. I'm going to pop over there and do another hour of Jonesy's Jukebox from the other building. And I want to thank the guys for coming in, Dexter and Noodles of Offspring. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
coming
Jonesy.
in.
Thank you for having us.
See you later.